to my channel. I am the introvert who needs a little socialization. Can we talk? Can we talk about it? And let me add, everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Hey y'all, so this video came down my timeline about this Chris Todd, this investigative journalist, quote unquote, that's the author of the Kim Porter's Lost Words. But the title of the pamphlet, from what I heard, is 60 pages, Kim's Lost Words, which you don't even have to buy now because there are YouTubers reading the book in its entirety on YouTube. So don't waste your money, okay? And apparently they're trying to get this book pulled, but in the meantime, he done made $100 million off of it. A lot of the motivation for him doing the book were two things, is what I heard. Is one, he wanted Kim's words to be heard. He feel like it's a spiritual thing and he was led to do it. And he can't help that he was, you know, a white man that brought forth this information. And then the second thing I heard, and y'all can go confirm it yourselves or tell me if y'all heard the same thing, was that he been doing this for a long time. And his previous video that he did and proved the case, it didn't go viral, but this one did. And guess who he said believes him the most? African American. Like, a what? Like, how we get in it, okay? But he claims that people are calling him. So I'm going to let you guys take a listen to a couple of specific parts that made me say, like, this was definitely a money grab and something spiritual for him. Now, are these trigger words he's trying to throw out? Because it's just confusing to me. And apparently, his sources that he's working with, which he calls them whistleblowers, these are so-called people that were around Kim and Diddy, who wanted him to put this book out to see how it would do before they can release any more evidence to prove that these are her words. But then say in another breath that he's not sure that it's actually Kim's words. But okay. Let me just put up this disclaimer that this is fair use for teaching and educational purposes and entertainment purposes. All things said is in my opinion and alleged. So let me cite my sources. I got this from Law and Crime Network on here on YouTube. He did an interview with Jerry Weber. So check out this first clip.
So let's talk about this. How do you know for sure it's her words? It's a memoir from her. Because it's in typewritten, right? You would say that it was from a computer. How do you know it's from her?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm getting that asked all the time. I work a lot of cases, okay? I claim to have solved the two most famous cold cases in history, okay? I like to think I'm good at what I do. So when they came to me, and when I work with any whistleblower or source, I don't always believe them. I don't believe everything they say. I put them through my test, by my field, my spirituality. It's forensics. There's a lot of things that I do. Dealing with the sources and the people that I've contacted closely, obviously it's a dark story. It's dangerous. I'm familiar with this. Whistleblowers and sources don't always tell you everything. They don't show you metadata. They don't show you things that are going to trace it directly to them. So, like I said in the Rolling Stone article and another one that's coming out today or tomorrow, if you put my feet to the fire and God asks me life or death, you know it's 100% her flash drive. No, I do not. But based on my feel, I prayed on it, and I felt I was to take a leap of faith, so I came forward with it.
So this author is not sure that these are her words, but he took a leap of faith. But what was that leap of faith? To hope that you will go viral and get paid? Or was it really for Kim words to be heard?
Some people would say, why publish it if you're not 100% sure?
Well, I also am an investigative producer, an author, and a storyteller. A lot of my fans know me very well. And the media in Hollywood, a lot of times, they don't want the truth. So they do projects and stories and unscripted and scripted that are not always completely 100% true. I'm no different than them. I would like to turn this book into a movie or a series, and we're shopping that right now.
So this is just one example for me that just tells me he's in this for the money. He doesn't know if it's true, full truth, but because other people do it, and he took a leap of faith. So from here, it gets a little more interesting. He's saying when he first read this, and then he jumps to ask for the tapes. So he's trying to say, like, yeah, he got this flash drive with Kim's Lost Words, but he also has tapes. But then also says he's not going to confirm or deny if he has access to the tapes. What?
When I first read the whole thing, I only had a couple pages at first. Now, as for the tapes, I've been told that I can have access to the tapes.
What are the tapes? First start there. What tapes are you talking about?
The big ones.
You're talking about sex tapes?
Yeah, but with very famous people.
Okay, so talk to us about what you were told about the tapes.
That if I pass the test, they trust me, I will be the one to do it.
Who's they?
The sources and the people around the community of Kim and Diddy.
So I guess my question is, outside of the raid that happened on his homes, who else had access to these tapes? Or, child, let me shut up.
With all due respect, why wouldn't they bring that information to law enforcement? Why wouldn't they just drop it in, CNN's or ABC or any other news outlet's mailbox? Why come to you as opposed to law enforcement or another media organization?
If one of the people are underage in the sex tape, I have to, per my attorney, go to the FBI. I'm not going to comment right now if I'm in possession of the tapes or not, per my lawyer. So, but to answer your question, these people are scared. And what you're saying, like, well, if they just dropped it off at CNN or they just emailed it, that's not the appropriate way to do this.
So now this is just my opinion, okay? What I'm getting from this is him throwing out that he has the tapes means it's to me he throwing it out to see, like, oh my God, these celebrities are gonna know that he has the tape. More money, more money, more money. That's just what comes to mind for me.
Okay, well, I mean, look, you say this memoir is a fake. Albie Shore says it's fabricated, that it's offensive. Reportedly also came out and said, quote, a significant suit headed right for the heads of the responsible parties who dragged my name into this. Porter's friends, Kimora Lee Simmons, LaWanda Lane, told Rolling Stone that they don't know you at all. Lane said every page in that book is false, that Porter wouldn't write a memoir, that she would never write a memoir, that she liked her life to be private. Rolling Stone also reported that a source close to the Combs family says the family is exploring all of their options and saying, quote, the baseless pages in the book not only misrepresent Miss Porter's lived experience and legacy, but also continue to cause unnecessary distress to her loved ones. And her children came out with a statement today on Instagram, which I read before. What's your reaction to all that?
We did $1 million in sales in 12 days.
Here's the other example that is a money grab. Despite the family, her own children saying, they exploring all options because this is not true. Did you hear what he said?
We did $1 million in sales in 12 days. The people want the truth. There's people writing me from all over the world, thanking me. What you just said, I know I'm still reading this stuff. I can't even keep up with it right now. I've actually have to hire people to read the stuff. We have to think about who these people are talking about. They're possibly talking about the devil. So if they say it's not real, remember who's saying that, okay? A lot of people believe it's real. A lot of African Americans believe it's real.
Now, how we only just get in it? That's all I'm trying to say. Because if you go up and down these YouTube channels, it ain't just African Americans talking about this Diddy situation.
They're calling me. I'm talking to all the bloggers and podcasters because I'm an open book. I talk to the little people. So my point is, I still am assessing what's being said by everybody close. I get it. But this is what happens just like on my other cases. Yeah, they said they didn't do it too. And it turned out to be I was right. So, like I said, this is going to play out. I can't say I'm 100% right this second. But I'm not pulling that book down. Under my First Amendment, my civil rights, I'm not pulling it down.
So now here's where he comes in with his justifications as to why he has the right to publish this book, although it may not be true, but why he has the right.
And the other case that I did recently, that was supposed to happen like this. That was supposed to go viral, and it didn't. And victims. I'm the voice of the voiceless, right?
Now, obviously, I just took little snippets. Y'all can go watch the whole interview. But it's all just given to me like, oh, this is my time. And I'm going to ride the wave.
The Washington Post. Okay? I'm sure he's for freedom of speech. And also some form of free press. I've been blocked and censored by the media for years. And I'm not going to bring it up. Everyone can do their own homework. It's not happening to me anymore.
So this is the story that's going to make your career blow up, is what I'm getting. It's giving exploitation. And so for me, I just want to know, why is Kim Porter the poster child when there's plenty of women coming out about their stories? If you're an investigative journalist, whether your victim is here or unalive, why Kim Porter? And it just makes me wonder, because we've been hearing stories about this book or Kim writing a book since she, passed on. Were you the one planting those stories? I'm just asking a question. That's what just came to mind.
I know also the sources, they know that too. And I'm not stupid. Are these sources playing me a little bit? Maybe, but that's okay. If I have to go through some pain and hardship, if I have to go to court, it's not going to be my first time in court. And I put out a message to some of the people to get to the lawyers, be careful. Because remember, you're talking about Kim. It turns out that it's Kim's typos and they're her lies. Remember, you're talking about abused women.
So in other words, you willing to take a risk to see how much money you can make off of this or how your career is going to go? I'm just lost and confused and still stuck on African Americans believe you. What?
I have some things I haven't released yet that can show very much more that this is really hers. I have to do it piece by piece. And also the sources are testing me a little, and they're trying to, we all agreed that we need to see what happens when the memoir comes out first. I have 2 pages from that flash drive that are endearing, they're heartfelt, they're actually done by someone else wanting to help Kim, and that really explains more of why this is happening, why they waited all these years, why they're using me. I mean, they're calling me a culture vulture and a parasite and a colonizer. I get it. I'm just telling you right now, God brought me to her, or God brought her to me. I'm sorry that I'm white.
Child, y'all come on down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about this. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this is a money grab, or do you honestly think that he's there to make sure Kim is represented?